Dr. McCray, we're so proud of you.
Big day, big day. It's a big day.
Hey, Bay, I'm so proud of you. This is such a big moment for you and for us. And you've worked so hard and you deserve every bit of it. And we're just so proud of you. We love you.
And direct your attention to the back of the conference hall to view the investiture processional. Our processional is led today by Chief Marshal Dr. Hyler Scott, who directs the TRIO Student Support Services Program. Now entering the conference hall are members of the Paul D. Camp faculty. Now entering are delegates from colleges across the Commonwealth. Leading the delegates is the Director of Paul D. Camp Workforce Development, Dr. Tony Johnson. Now entering the conference hall are the platform guests. Conference Hall, Dr. Corey L. McCray, the 9th president of Paul D. Camp Community College. And now, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Smithfield High School Junior ROTC and the singing of the national anthem, which will be performed by the Smithfield High School Choraleers under the direction of Catherine West.
March time. March. Colors reverse. March. Color guard. Halt. Reset. Arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Arms. Forward. March. Color guard. Halt. Order. Colors. All out.
Please be seated. The investiture ceremony for Dr. Corey L. McCray as the 9th president of Paul D. Camp Community College is now open. Delivering the invocation for today's ceremony is public theologian and founder of the Urban Renewal Center, Dr. Antipas Harris.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. May we pray together. In recognition of the many different faiths, traditions that are with us today, I will be doing an inclusive interfaith prayer. O holy God, What a wonderful day to give thanks. We're grateful for life and the beauty of togetherness, for the gift of knowledge, opportunities created, and livelihood generated, for the love of truth, the yearning for justice. We give you thanks. For the beauty of the environment, for the opportunity to help, heal, and hope, we seize the moment. We particularly implore your continued blessings on President Corey L. McCray, Mrs. McCray, and their family. May protection be their portion, and endow President McCray with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding necessary for his important role. There are continual challenges. May each appearance of an obstacle become a stepping stone toward a more productive future. Bless this college in the pursuit of being the region's first choice for post-secondary education, workforce development, and community partnerships. May they realize this vision because the ethos and quality of education are accessible, pertinent to the region's progress, and serves diverse interests, people, cultures, and industries with a passion for common good. Whet the students' appetite for food that catches their souls afire to change lives and communities for the better. May their learning experience prepare them as leaders and positive cultivators of a more just world. As they seek to juggle so many responsibilities, bless their families, give them the energy they need to attend another class, write another paper, and take another test. Bless them with financial resources to pay the bills, feed the children, and pay their balance. Give them wisdom in relationships to manage conflict and in their career choices. And oh, holy God, quicken each of us to an awareness that the hefty vision of this college needs an external community of support. Enliven our interests in the crucial role that community college education provides. Prompt us to support more the college and the students. Oh God, expand our intellectual capacity, convict our hearts with love, compassion, and hope, lift our spirits with innovation and imaginative solutions. In the name of the one who calls us to be and makes all things new. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. And now it's my pleasure to welcome our special guests on the platform today, and we're going to introduce them by groups. So when I call your name, would you please rise? From Camp Community College, Dr. Justin Oliver, Dean of Academic Programs and Athletics, Dr. Angela Schaefer, Dean of Nursing and Allied Health, and Dr. Trina Jones, Dean of Student Services. From the local college board, representing the city of Franklin, Mrs. Teresa Beal and Mr. Whit Harper. Representing Southampton County, Mr. Timothy Drake, Mrs. Mandy Hall, and Mrs. Norma Jones. Representing Isle of Wight County, Mr. Roderick Hallam and Mr. Benjamin Vaughn. And representing the city of Suffolk, Dr. Davida Harrell Williams and Dr. Charles Sanders. And we have special guests in the audience today as well. And when I call your name, would you please rise? From the General Assembly, Delegate Emily Brewer and Delegate Otto Waxman. From Congresswoman Jen Kiggins' office, Staff Assistant Jonathan Gragnano. And we're glad to have with us today Dr. Douglas Boyce, President Emeritus and the 6th President of Camp Community College, along with Dr. William Aiken, Interim President of Camp from 25 to 2016. From the Virginia Community College System, which we affectionately call the VCCS, we are very glad to have the Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic and Workforce Programs, Dr. Sharon Morrissey, the Interim Assistant Vice Chancellor for Policy and Instructional Support, Mrs. Sharon Robertson, Mr. Randall Stamper, the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Career Pathways and Workforce Programs, and Dr. Ellen Davenport, Associate Vice Chancellor for Government Relations. From the City of Hampton, I'm very glad to welcome Mayor Donnie Tuck to be with us today. And from the City of Franklin, Mayor Bobby Cutchins is here, along with Council Member Ray Smith, Franklin's Commissioner of the Revenue, Selenia Boone, and Treasurer Dinah Babb, along with Franklin City Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Carlton Carter. From Southampton County, we welcome Sheriff John Weich, who is actually an honorary member of the Choraleers as of about 20 minutes ago, I think, right? He's a baritone, and the director almost pressed him into action. From Isle of Wight County, we're glad to have Sheriff James Clark and School Superintendent Dr. Theo Kramer. And from the City of Suffolk, Treasurer Ronald Williams, City Deputy Andrew Owen, Deputy City Manager Kevin Hughes, School Superintendent Dr. John Gordon III, and Chief of Schools Dr. Stanette Bird, along with City Councilman John Rector. From the Paul D. Camp Community College Foundation, President Chris Brown joins us. And from the Paul D. Camp Community College Real Estate Foundation, we're glad to have President Will Holt and member Megan Council. Would you join me in giving all of our special guests a round of applause? It's a time-honored tradition for colleges and universities to send delegate representatives to campuses for the inaugurations of their colleagues. So would you join me today in welcoming the delegates who have come from across the Commonwealth to honor us with their presence today? We also have greetings today from Senator Tim Kaine. Senator Kaine writes, Dr. McCray, I am pleased to extend a warm welcome and congratulations on your investiture as the 9th president of Paul D. Camp Community College. At the heart of the college are its amazing students and dedicated faculty who value and embrace a broad and culturally diverse learning experience. It is important that we improve access to quality education if we want to prepare students and workers for success in the modern economy. That requires that we support smart investments in education, from early childhood education to college workforce training. Virginia is grateful that you have chosen camp and they have chosen you. I look forward to working together as you take on this new role. Please feel free to call on me if I can be of assistance. Sincerely, Tim Kaine. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tara Atkins Brady, the Vice President for Academic and Student Development here at Paul D. Camp Community College.
Chancellor Doré, President McCray, honored guests, students, and friends of Paul D. Camp Community College. This afternoon, it's my pleasure to bring greetings and remarks on behalf of Camp's faculty and staff. Dr. McCray, we know this day is a very special day for you as you are formally recognized as Camp's 9th president, just over 5 decades after the founding of this college and the opening of this campus in the early 1970s. It's also a very special day in the life and history of the college itself as we, the faculty and staff, formally embark with you on the journey that will lay the foundation for Camp Community College's next 50 years. Dr. McCray, in your first months as president, you took the time to listen, to observe, and to learn about our students, our faculty, our staff, and our community. You took note of our strengths and the programs and services that are working well. You became familiar with our challenges and where we can improve. And most importantly, you identified strategic opportunities that are within our reach if we work together purposefully, intentionally, toward the fulfillment of our mission. You know who we are, you understand where we've been, and you have a strategic vision for where we can go together. Or perhaps I should say, where we can grow together. Dr. McCray, you've encouraged us to showcase our tagline, Grow Your Future, and to use it often. It resonates with you, and it resonates with us too, because it encapsulates and it expresses a purpose that we can work toward each day, growing futures one student, one employer, one community partnership at a time, by supporting our diverse student population, preparing those students for work that will provide a family-sustaining income, and fulfilling the needs of our community's employers. On Camp's logo, our tagline, "Grow Your Future," sits underneath a contemporary representation of pine needles, a nod to a natural resource that has played a significant role in the economy of our region, and in recognition of the Camp family, whose business prospered for a long era in that economy and who donated the land on which this campus was built. Paul D. Camp was an advocate for education in his community, and this college, named after him, continues that legacy now under your leadership. Those pine needles are also a reminder of the cycle of seed to sapling to mature growth, growth that is maximized when conditions for success are accessible, favorable, and provided in just the right amounts at the right time. That's what we want to create together for our students, for each other, and for our college. The conditions for success so that thousands of students can grow their future. We know that the success is possible when we share in and support the strategic vision, work together to achieve it, and celebrate our accomplishments along the way. As we strive to be that bigger college that will contribute even more to our community, a college that will enroll a greater number of students in credit and workforce programs, a college that's ready for these students and will surround them with an unparalleled culture of caring that promotes their success, and a college that will graduate more students with degrees, certificates, and workforce credentials. As we strive for these things, we know that your vision for where and how we grow will leverage the very best about Camp. The college's dedicated faculty and staff look forward to working with you to grow the future.
Representing the student body today here at Paul D. Camp is Elijah Watson, the president of the Omega Zeta chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society.
Hello and welcome. Today is a special day where we celebrate Dr. Corey McCray as the 9th president of Camp Community College. Dr. McCray is enthusiastic about our motto here at Camp, which is Grow Your Future. In his personal life, he is focused on growing his own future, and he wants to give each and every Camp student the same opportunity to grow theirs. Dr. McCray graduated with an undergrad degree in workforce education and training from Southern Illinois University at Carbondale. He also served in the Navy during the First Persian Gulf War. It was during his service in the military that he decided to move to Virginia, where he began his career as an educator. From teaching at Lakeland High to obtaining his master's degree in school administration from Cambridge College, to being an assistant principal, then principal of the Prudence Center, Dr. Corey McCray has always valued education. After returning to Old Dominion University to obtain his PhD, he transitioned to higher education. Dr. McCray began his work in higher education as the Vice President of Workforce Solutions and ultimately the Executive Vice President at Tidewara Community College. He then became the Virginia Community College System Associate Vice Chancellor for Academics and Workforce. During his time in the VCCS, he returned to Camp Community College. Back in the 90s, Dr. McCray was an adjunct faculty for Paul D. Camp. He has now become part of the Camp family, and we are proud to have him as our president. As a humble leader, he wants the focus to be on the future of Camp. His vision includes expanding opportunities for students to have a better college experience. For example, growing allied healthcare and the nursing program, expanding skills trades, diversifying the delivery of education programs, increasing student engagement, and engaging the community with the college. Dr. McCray leads Camp to academic success through his own motivation. He feels that education is the lifeblood of the community. When asked, he said, "When you stop learning, you stop growing." Dr. McCray is committed to uplifting the community. He believes a great leader is engaged with whom he or she works with every day, and that accepting constructive criticism is essential. To quote Dr. McCray, "If no one is following, then you are not leading." He believes that Camp Community College should engage with students throughout their lifetime. Camp welcomes every student, both current and former, to engage with faculty and become part of the foundation for success. Dr. McCray wants to understand and meet every student where they are in order to ensure their success, and this view is kept central. The motto of Camp, "Grow Your Future," can be applied to everyone. Both Dr. McCray and the Camp Community College faculty and staff want to see their students find success that they are trying to achieve and that they deserve. Whether they are dual enrolled, active, or returning students of Camp, he wants them to find academic and personal success. Dr. McCray believes that it is the most important entity in terms of education to the community. Everyone can achieve their academic goals through Camp. It is my great honor and the honor of the student body to officially welcome Dr. Corey McCray as the 9th president of Camp Community College. Thank you.
Joining us today to celebrate Dr. McCray's inauguration is the senior pastor from Franklin Baptist Church, the Reverend Dr. Charles Qualls.
How do you measure a college within a community? And therefore, how do you also measure the value of a president in a college? Columnist Thomas Friedman once observed that on a global scale, talent has been distributed equally. But when one considers another commodity, opportunity, well, that is distributed less proportionally. Everything that Paul D. Camp Community College should be striving for is ultimately about opportunity. As Dr. Corey L. McCray is inaugurated today, Camp Community College and the Franklin and Suffolk regions have already embarked on what I hope we will look back on and someday and realize was a tremendous opportunity. Now, I don't pretend to know all that there is to know about higher education. I have passed through those systems, but I operate in a slightly different lane. What I do know is that a college president has the chance to impact a community in a multitude of ways, and that is why I'm so happy that we're here today to celebrate. I have sat with Dr. McCray, especially as he invited me into the early stages of one particular project that he was working on. He hit the ground sprinting. He is at work strategically and with passion. You need to know that if you don't already. I've gotten to know him. I've listened to his heart. And I am convinced that today we are watching as a talented and visionary leader is invested. Now, perhaps as much as ever, opportunity is as great a gift as Dr. McCray can help us to access here through the college. When I think of him, I think of his background in workforce development that he brings with him. He possesses a clear understanding that the economic success of our region will be in great part dependent upon what happens on these two campuses and the Smithfield Center. He has a good team to work with in that area. That is a vital and growing part of what he's here to do, and I'm going to watch that with interest because it's important to all of us, no matter what stage of life we're in. I also find him to understand that a college should not and ultimately cannot operate in a relative vacuum. A healthy engagement between a college and its city fosters the very best of give and take. And if you circulate locally very much at all, you will notice that he came to town and instantly continued to build upon the kinds of vital relationships that this college has enjoyed. Well, let's talk about some more specifics now. The Student Success Program of Camp Community College is not only a matter of strategic vision. For Dr. McCray, I am convinced it is also a personal burden. He understands the dynamics of the local students and is putting emphasis on the holy grail of a college retaining the students they have already enrolled. And from the day he began as interim president, he was tracking the enrollment and retention data on a daily basis, developing and expanding the nursing and allied health program we've already referred to, and it is a need whose time has come. A new facility is in the works. This will be welcomed news, and not only for its expansion of the program, but because this also holds the potential of bringing together a host of providers and agencies amplifying their capabilities as they also serve this region. Dr. McCray is leaning also into the development of the athletic program. When I came here just a few short years ago from Atlanta, an athletic program on this campus was only a dream. Now the school has men's baseball, women's softball. It has men's and women's soccer and esports, and thrillingly, it will soon stand up teams in men's and women's basketball, including a renewed practice facility. This has taken creative and aggressive action to pull off every one of these moves by his predecessor and now by him. Funding and facilities have been challenging every step of the way, and he is actively working to meet these needs with more exciting news about basketball just on the horizon. Together, these teams have brought dozens of new, talented, full-time enrolled student athletes to the campus. They advertise the school in unique ways beyond the campus that only sports can. And I know personally that it seems no organization can out-volunteer the Hurricane baseball team in particular in hands-on service in our community, and it is fun to watch them do all that they do. Elizabeth and I have been fortunate to have lived our entire adult lives in communities that enjoyed the benefits that college campuses can bring. And so we know that the addition of these sports teams will enrich our entertainment and pride options that we have here in our local community. I have a friend, former church member, who spent his career as a college football coach. In fact, lately he was inducted, or it was elected to, the College Football Hall of Fame. And every fall I would congratulate him on bringing in the latest recruiting class. And I would tell him how excited it sounded to have them signed and in the fold. And he would respond almost every time by quoting the great Bear Bryant. He would say about those incoming players, "We'll throw them out there because they all come highly recommended, and we'll see who can actually play." Dr. Corey McCray arrived a little over 2 years ago now, counting his interim. He came highly recommended. The early returns indicate that he can play. So how do you measure a college and its president? Well, one of the things that makes me happy to be here today is that we get the chance to look forward to watching as his presidency develops and opportunity continues to develop on this campus. The smaller the town, the more I could argue that the healthy, functioning college or university really is. A college can be a mighty economic engine. It brings salaried positions on campus with benefits, but it also churns out graduates and degrees and certificates. And often these graduates may be among the very first generation in their families to access higher education. And often these degrees and certificates make possible for the first time in a family a legitimate middle class. Dr. McCray, if you succeed at Camp College, then we all succeed. The more we can help you do as a community, the more I like your odds of succeeding. And so I extend my sincerest congratulations to Dr. Corey McCray and to Camp Community College on his inauguration.
And now representing our local college board is Chair-elect Dr. Gwendolyn P. Shannon.
To the Virginia Community College System's Chancellor, Dr. Doré, the Camp Community College President, Dr. McCray, the local college board of trustees and board chair, Mrs. Sugars, and anyone who helps to make Camp Community College a leader in all arenas in our community and beyond. It is my honor as the chair-elect of the Board of Trustees to help inaugurate Dr. Corey McCray, an alumnus of Old Dominion University, U.S. Navy veteran, former high school teacher and coach, career and technical educational leader, Virginia Community College Systems leader, and current champion for our students here at Camp Community College into the position of president of Camp Community College. As a member of the local board and as the division superintendent of Southampton County Public School Division, I have had the privilege of working closely with Dr. McCray during his tenure as the interim president and president of this institution. In that time, he has developed critical connections with the community and surrounding school divisions to improve student retention and support and strengthen the college's sense of community and vibrancy through its athletics, healthcare, and outreach initiatives for traditional and non-traditional students. Dr. McCray has collaborated successfully with college faculty, staff, liaisons, student leaders, and community stakeholders to build a framework of support geared towards identifying, prioritizing, and effecting the college's strategic objectives. I trust that Dr. McCray will continue to communicate proactively and effectively with the broader community college to bring to fruition the shared vision and priorities for the future of Camp Community College, and to ensure that our actions are aligned with the needs and expectations of our students and other stakeholders. To Dr. McCray, I want to emphasize to you that I view my role as the incoming College Board Chair as a partnership with your presidency. I am committed to working closely with you and your administration to ensure that our college continues to thrive and to meet the evolving needs of our students and broader community. I look forward to collaborating with you and other members of the college community. In partnership with your dynamic leadership, I am confident in our ability to face challenges, seize opportunities that lie ahead, and bring the shared vision for Camp Community College to fruition. To everyone in the audience, I look forward to moving forward together with Dr. McCray at the helm in his official capacity as the president of Camp Community College. Congratulations, Dr. McCray.
And now we have a real treat for you. The song I Believe, performed by Lauren Hendrick.
Sorry. And did you find your pot of gold? And the catch a shooting star? And tell me, how high did you soar? Ever felt like you were dreaming, just to find that you're awake, and the magic that surrounds you can lift you up and guide you on your way? I can see it in the stars across the sky. Dreamt 100,000 dreams before, now I finally realize. You see, I've waited all my life for this moment to arrive, and finally I believe. tell the words that fly. Oh, heaven knows your existence and wants you to be everything you are. Oh, there's a time for every soul to fly. It's in the eyes of every child. It's the hope that love can save the world. And oh, we should never let it go. Tripped 100,000 dreams before, now I'm finally realized. You see, I've waited all my life for this moment to arrive. And finally, I believe in the impossible. If I reach deep within my heart, yeah, overcome any obstacle, won't let this dream just fall apart. You see, I'm trying to be the very best, shine my light for all to see. 'Cause anything is possible when you believe. Tripped 100,000 dreams before, now I finally realize. You see, I've waited all my life for this moment to arrive. Finally, I believe. I believe. Oh, I believe in love. Higher, 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 higher. Love keeps lifting me high. Yeah, yeah. Love keeps lifting. Love keeps lifting. Love keeps lifting me high. Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Dr. Christopher Lee, that's going to be a hard act to follow. I will say Dr. Lee was doing the backup vocals on that song, so we're going to give him a minute just to catch his breath, make sure all is well. It is a very great pleasure to welcome Dr. Christopher Lee, the Managing Director of Storbeck Search.
CARE, C-A-R-E, CARE. Friends, I've spent my career as a human resources professional. I've been a student of leadership and organizational behavior. In the past 3 decades, I've learned a great deal about organizations, and considerable research supports the observations that I've uncovered. First, in the 21st century, organizations that do well in the human domain outperform all others. The human domain involves an emotional component that makes all the difference. What people think, but more importantly, what they feel. A good example of this is organizational culture. All human groups have a culture, whether it's a family, a team, a neighborhood, a city, or a college. It's that team spirit. It's that esprit de corps, the climate, how we do business around here, and importantly, how we treat others. And this defines their potential. Sometimes it limits it, and sometimes it unleashes it. Some organizations have that special sauce, that mojo, that ethos. There's something in the stew that makes all the difference, and it helps them win. Great leaders know this, and they harness that human potential. In my former role as the Chief Human Resources Officer for the VCCS, I experienced the best leadership development program ever. I got to work with and support 23 different leadership teams. In addition to conducting more than 30 presidential searches and watching over 300 people interview to be a college president, I learned that there was a very big difference between a vice president or a president and a leader. From my first interaction with Dr. McCray, I knew that he was the latter. A vice president or a president is a position, it's a role, it's a set of responsibilities. A leader is a state of being. A leader is someone who does at least two very important things. One is they take responsibility. Vice presidents, captains, colonels, principals, CEOs, managers, supervisors, they take charge. Leaders take responsibility. Second, leaders care. They care enough to do something about things that need to be done. They feel responsible. They feel responsible, and they take incessant action until things get done because they care just that much. And when you care, that creates the courage to do hard things. I'm not here to tell you that Dr. McCray is a bright and intelligent man, that he is educated and accomplished, that he's a superhero that wears a cape, and he's capable of doing many important things. You already know that. I'm here to say that he's earned a lot of accolades, yet for me, the things that makes him special is that he cares. That is the distinction of this man. And because he cares, he has invested a lot of his heart and soul into the students, the college, and the people of this community. He has already done many amazing things over the past 18 months or so, and there are a lot of noteworthy things that are already in progress. He didn't do these things because they're nice to do, because he has a title, or because someone's watching. His efforts are noteworthy because he cares for and believes in our students. The new Stop the Drop program is a great example. The extra effort to save students who are on the precipice of dropping out or graduating. Producing a college graduate in a family has a profound effect for generations. Or maybe the new Maritime Trades Innovation Center that is in the works. It needs to be done, and therefore it will be done, because Dr. McCray will find a way to bring it into life. Because he cares, because it matters to so many in our community who could use an opportunity. I've had the great fortune of authoring 4 books. My second book was published in 2006 as I was arriving in the VCCS, and it was called Performance Conversations: An Alternative to Appraisals. One of the most quotable passages from the book said that people sell their labor, but they volunteer their commitment. People sell their labor, but they volunteer their commitment. Otherwise, it's just a transaction. I will work for you for 6 or 8 hours a day, and you'll give me a couple $100s. But if you stop shelling out the cash, then I might stop working. The truth is, no one can pay you enough to care. The Gallup organization, you know them. They're the people who do political polls and organizational surveys. They've been studying this concept called engagement for about 75 years. They define engagement as involvement and enthusiasm around work. Organizations with higher rates of engagement produce higher revenue, greater customer satisfaction, higher quality, lower theft, lower absenteeism, higher retention, and 6 other positive outcomes. I define engagement as discretionary effort. When a person chooses to give more simply because they care enough. It's an emotional investment. Many other organizations, like the Fortune 100 Best Places to Work or the Great Colleges to Work For, show some of the same results. One of the things about engagement is that it's reciprocal. People do not care about organizations and their customers if they don't think the organization cares about them. Now you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with the inauguration of our leader? Well, have you ever heard about the CESI? It's the Community College Survey of Student Engagement. Or the NESI, which is the 4-year counterpart. Students who are higher in engagement matriculate, they persist, and they graduate. One of the greatest and most important correlations in these results is that students who feel like they belong, those who feel, regardless of their background, their skin color, their GPA, their economic status, or whatever, do they feel valued and appreciated on our campus? In short, do they feel that someone cares for them, that they matter, that people appreciate them being there and want them to succeed, and if so, they stay and graduate? Research shows that engaged teachers inspire student hope. Ken Bain, the nationally acclaimed master teacher and author of the acclaimed book, What the Best College Teachers Do, said this: call it accessibility, approachability, respect, enthusiasm, and so forth. But the bottom line is what students want most is us. Moreover, students need us to display unconditional positive regard and the multitude of other behaviors one characterizes as caring. If we are to make a difference and promote retention and student success, students need to know we care about them both inside and outside of the classroom. Dr. McCray cares. Engaged employees create engaged students. Engaged faculty and staff inspire students and raise their aspirations. They encourage students to succeed, and they support them and don't stop. They help students believe in themselves and love and support them along the way. Dr. McCray has charged the college with creating a culture of care. This means you. Everyone has a role. Everyone here today has a role in creating the environment where our students feel cared for. The charge he has given us is both insightful and powerful. However, today I'm here to also charge this community to take care of our leader. You heard me right. Take care of our leader. He cannot do it alone. Every superhero has an origin story. And back at the lab, the lair, the hideout, that secret place, is a group of supporters, confidants, and a team of people who are behind him, helping him bring and do amazing things. Or we can use a different metaphor. The community can see itself as passengers, and Corey is our driver. Or we're on a plane, and Dr. McCray is our pilot. Better yet, he's the commander of a mighty spaceship that has taken us on a noble adventure to heights we've not yet seen. Our safety and success is in his hands, yet and still, he cannot do it alone. He needs our advice and counsel. He needs our support, a few cheerleaders, advisors, donors, and friends. Now it's our time to take some responsibility and show how much we care about him and our community. Great organizations choose to be great. They focus on something and they try hard. If they're lucky, they have a leader like Dr. McCray who's at the helm, and he is modeling a way for us by showing how much he cares. Great organizations have a culture that supports their mission. Dr. McCray has charged this community with creating a culture of care. How do we create a special sauce, a special place, a special bond in the pursuit of our collective success, a pride of ownership in the shared responsibility of student success? It all starts with caring enough to make that commitment. What will you do to make this happen? How will you show how much you care? Because if you care more, you believe more. And if you believe more, you do more. And if you feel more, you don't stop because it matters. This is what creates greatness, and this is what great leaders cause us to do. And I'm here today to celebrate, but more importantly, to support Dr. McCray. I wish you all good luck and well wishes on the journey ahead, onward and upward. You're in good hands with Dr. McCray. Care for our students, take care of one another, care for our community, and take care of our leader. Good luck.
Thank you so much. And now please welcome the Chancellor of the Virginia Community College System, Dr. David Doré, who will formally invest Dr. Corey L. McCray as the 9th President of Paul D. Camp Community College.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. You know, I'm really thrilled to be here today. And you may not know this, but I've only actually been on the job for 3 weeks, so it is even more of an honor. You know, I do consider this both an honor and a privilege to play a role in the official installation of Dr. Corey McCray as the 9th President of Paul D. Camp Community College. Dr. McCray, of course, is no stranger here. He was appointed interim president at camp in spring of 2021 and has been president here on a permanent basis since October of that year. And what an ideal choice, right? We've heard from our speakers, and I could not agree more. Corey has lived and worked in the Suffolk region for more than 25 years and served students, as you know, in high school at the Prudence Center for Industry and Leadership, 5 years in workforce leadership at Tidewater Community College, and earned an Aspen Presidential Fellowship as well. He even put in time at the VCCS office, as you heard. And I would particularly like to add my thanks to Dr. McCray for your service in the United States Navy. Thank you. And, you know, I already know that I'm going to be looking to Dr. McCray for advice and counsel in my new role as Chancellor of the Virginia Community Colleges. And I'm really grateful for the guidance that he's already given me. You know, as all of you are very well aware, one of the great things about our colleges is that each college has evolved and developed programs to meet the needs of our local service area and in partnerships with business and industry. And there is a spirit of innovation that I am finding in every corner of Virginia. And seeing the colleges for myself this spring is a great introduction to our strengths and our opportunities. You know, my journey across the Commonwealth is really helping to drive home the point that we are serving what I like to call the new majority of learners. And this includes working students who have family responsibilities, working learners and learning workers, veterans and older learners, as well as high school graduates and those who are still in high school. And as a first-generation college student myself, I know how daunting the academic world can seem to so many of our learners. And we must ensure that our colleges are welcoming and that students feel that they belong and that they can succeed and that they are seen. And I could not have been more pleased. I spent the day here yesterday, And the heart of everything we do is really focused on our students. And one of the most important groups for me to speak with is students. And I spoke with a whole series of students here. And one of the things that really resonated with everyone I spoke with is that they felt heard and they felt seen and that they felt that they belonged here. And I was particularly touched by a student that I met yesterday in the Fast Forward program, the Certified Medical Assistant program. And this young woman is working full-time, 40 hours a week. She's raising an 8-year-old son, and she's in our Fast Forward program. She's getting up at 4 a.m. every day and going on and on and on till about 10:30 at night, and then starting that over again. And when I saw the glitter and the hope in her eyes about having a new career in allied health, I could not have been more inspired. And it's that kind of story that you will find over and over and over again, and there's thousands of stories like that throughout our system. So I really applaud the work that you are doing here under Dr. McCray's leadership in ensuring that our students really feel that they have a place and that every single member of this community feels that they have a place. And, you know, Virginia's community colleges have really proven to be exceptionally nimble and resilient these past few years. And with the myriad of academic and workforce programs that have been launched and those still in development, this system is leading the way across the country in higher education. And I believe that we have an amazing opportunity before us, really to be the best-in-class national leader that embraces innovation and ensures economic mobility for every single Virginian. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite Mrs. Rashida McCray, who is Dr. McCray's wife, if you would come up, Mrs. McCray. And I'd also like to invite Morgan McCray, who is Dr. McCray's daughter, if you would please come up. And Dr. McCray, I'd like to invite you to stand right here, please. So now it becomes my honor to fulfill this formal part of the program and pass along to you, Dr. McCray, 2 symbols for the office of college president. First, and Morgan's going to present this to you, I present you this blank journal, one that doesn't even have lines on the pages. This journal is a reminder that the success of your time as president of this community college remains unwritten and is without limits. Working with your team and working with your community, that story will take form and grow the way you collectively see it and the way you lead it. And I know that you will make this story a brilliant one. And this community is behind you, and this community is depending on you. And second, I bestow on you this medallion, engraved with the VCCS logo, signifying the office that you hold in this community college system. The chain signifies that you are one of 23 community college presidents who play a significant role in making sure that the community college system promotes access, learning outcomes, and success for students from every race, ethnicity, gender, and socioeconomic group, and that in doing so ensures that lives and communities are strengthened. It is my great honor and Rashida's going to give you this, to present this VCC medallion to you with a request that you wear it going forward as part of your regalia at graduation ceremonies and other formal events. And so, Dr. McCray, are you ready to take the presidential oath of office?
As soon as I hug my wife.
Okay, hug your wife. Did you hug your daughter too?
I did.
Oh, you did already? All right. All right, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Dr. Corey McCray,
I, Dr. Corey McCray,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of Camp Community College.
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of Paul D. Camp Community College.
And will, to the best of my ability, lead the college with integrity.
And will, to the best of my ability, lead the college with integrity.
And promote broad and equitable access to higher education and workforce training.
And promote broad and equitable access to higher education and workforce training.
That empowers our communities to thrive and grow.
That empowers our community to thrive and grow.
And now, by the authority vested in me by the State Board for Community Colleges, I am delighted to formally instate you, Dr. Corey McCray, as the 9th president of Paul D. Camp Community College. Congratulations, and thank you for all that you have done and all that you will do.
And now to introduce Dr. McCray in his first official act as the inaugurated president of Paul D. Camp Community College is his colleague and friend, the retired president of Tidewater Community College, Dr. Edna Bear Colavani.
Good afternoon, everyone. About a month ago, I was happy to accept the invitation to Dr. McCray's inauguration, and I was thrilled when a few days later, Dr. McCray called and asked me to introduce him at his inauguration. I could not have been any more excited and humbled to honor his gesture to me. I first met Dr. McCray in 2015 when he was a finalist for the Vice President of Workforce Solutions at Tidewater Community College. His background at the Prudence Center for Industry and Technology was a perfect match for the college's needs to strengthen and lead the TCC Workforce Center. I was delighted to offer him the position. Once he was on board, he became an integral part of the president's cabinet, and he quickly emerged as a leader among the group. I remember sitting in the cabinet meetings and watching his quiet, contemplative demeanor and always providing thoughtful input to the discussions and offering solutions. And it was not too long before I realized here was a professional, not only of exceptional skills and knowledge, but more so an individual of character and integrity, a person not prone to whims or self-serving actions. It was a delight to work with him for 3 years before my retirement from TCC in 2018. His subsequent appointment as VCCS Associate Vice Chancellor for Programs, and shortly thereafter as interim president of this college, proved that my instincts about his leadership, character and future as a president of a community college had been right on the mark. And here we are today, celebrating the president of Camp Community College. Please join me in welcoming my colleague and friend, Dr. Corey McCray.
Chancellor DeRay, Madam Chair, college board members, distinguished guests, campus community, family, and friends. I'm honored to be standing here today before you and grateful for the confidence you've entrusted in me to lead this great college towards achieving its mission. On this glorious afternoon, we honor Camp Community College, a remarkable institution with a proud past and a promising future. I stand before you today as the 9th president of Camp Community College. Although April 21st of 2021 was the first day that I began as interim president, today marks the celebration of the formal opening of a new era in the nearly 53-year history of this college. As president, one of the most common questions that I am asked is, what is your vision for Camp Community College? I believe the best vision for our college is the one that we will develop together as a community. Like all community colleges, Camp serves many purposes. For some, we are thought of as the first choice on a path to a 4-year college degree. Is especially compelling for individuals who may not have time, resources, or life circumstances initially to matriculate into a 4-year college or university. For example, Micah Thomas, who graduated from camp and became a part-time IT assistant at the center at Smithfield and attended ODU. Micah is currently the telecommunications coordinator at the Virginia Department of Transportation. Others may view camp as a viable alternative to earn important professional credentials or an associate's degree, like Wanda Oldham, a non-traditional student who returned to school after being out for several years. She was a work-study student who graduated from camp and started her career at the Suffolk Literacy Council before becoming a fiscal technician at the Virginia Department of Transportation. So, in many respects, this college is defined differently by those who enroll here. That is why it's important that we understand the profile of a 21st century student and meet them where they are to help them grow their future. That said, it is only fitting to acknowledge the history of the 8 presidents before me, who laid the foundation for this work. They expanded access to higher education, reevaluated developmental studies, established professional certifications, and created a pathway to a bachelor's degree and to career placements. I'm deeply grateful to them and pledge to continue the important work of meeting the education and workforce needs of this region. Now, let's talk about the future that we will build together. After a number of town hall meetings and listening sessions with you, the college community, we've established a way forward that will support a thriving future for the college and for the college community. There are 3 pillars that will lead us to the future that we envision. The first pillar is student success. The second, workforce preparation. And the third is community engagement. The first pillar, student success, is an institutional mindset through which we strive to be a student-ready college. For too many years, we have asked the question, are students ready? Instead, we must ask ourselves, are we ready? In the book entitled Becoming a Student-Ready College, it suggests A student-ready college explores new ways to advance student learning as well as develop and value student assets and social capital. At Camp, we have become more intentional about addressing students' unique experiences to help close gaps and establishing a culture of care for all students. To quote one student during my discussion with the student group, the student said to me, "At Camp, I feel like a person and not a number." During my spring listening sessions, we asked current students if they would recommend Camp Community College to their friends and family members. Of those who said yes, the number one reason was because they feel seen by Camp's faculty and staff and administrators. During this post-pandemic era, as we assess student performance, we realized an increased number of students citing mental health as a barrier to success. At Camp, there is nothing more important than the mental and physical safety of our students, faculty, and staff. Therefore, we have provided students and staff with access to mental health services 24 hours a day, whenever they need it. Educating all students through a culture of care can lead to positive impacts on individual students and the community. The second pillar, workforce preparation must develop a strong talent pipeline through academic and workforce development programs to respond to the regional workforce demand. In addition to collaborating with community and business partners to ensure courses are equipping students with the essential knowledge needed to join the workforce, we must become more agile and responsive to the workforce needs and collaborate more intentionally with our K-12 partners and university partners to create a strategy for developing and keeping our talent in Hampton Roads and the Western Tidewater region. Such collaboration will yield partnerships with local business and industry to upskill current employees, create internships, apprenticeships, and other opportunities for students, and further expand pathways for transfer directly to employment and to Virginia's universities. When properly prepared, individuals obtain high-demand occupations with family-sustaining income and advancement opportunities. Just ask Trenton Jones, Zachariah Covington, or Armando Hicks, electrical instrumentation students who've been offered apprenticeships in the local area with our partners at International Paper and Lipton Tea. Now, the third pillar. Community engagement refers to the extent to which we engage the college's internal and external communities. As previously mentioned, Camp is more aggressively engaging our K-12 partners, business partners, and current students to responsibly meet their needs. But I realize there is an entire section of the community who are not aware of opportunities here at Camp. I often find myself discussing opportunities to enroll here at Camp, and I'm always shocked at the number of people who express surprise that we offer such a vast array of opportunities, such as the Fast Forward program or the G3 program. We must, and we will, do better. We will strengthen Camp's presence in the service region through innovative and measurable marketing, engage with community organizations and liaisons to inform and promote the underserved communities. Moreover, we must establish partnerships with businesses and industries to develop experiential learning, apprenticeships, internships, externships, while exploring opportunities to work with university partners to imagine additional ways to allow transfer students to achieve a bachelor's degree and graduate degrees at a lower cost with an abbreviated completion date. So, how are we doing so far? I think we are on the way, but we still have some work to do. If you will indulge me for just a few more minutes, I would like to share just a few evidential details that suggest that we are headed in the right direction. First, to date, CAMP has revised its onboarding process to enhance registration and enrollment. Through the support of the Education Foundation, we've established a program that you heard about earlier, Stop the Drop. That program has already saved more than 50 students from dropping out of college because they were just a few dollars short of their tuition. With the advent of the pilot program, EPIC, with our Franklin Public Schools system and other K-12 collaborations, we've increased dual enrollment by 10%. We've expanded our athletic programs to include women's and men's basketball and have subsequently begun to see its positive impact on enrollment already. We established the Camp College Real Estate Foundation, and now, amongst its growing portfolio, holds nearly 20 acres of property and 6 townhomes, which positions the Real Estate Foundation to provide additional scholarships and expansion of capacity to support student success, workforce preparation, and community engagement. Additionally, on May 1st, we will close on a 13,000 square foot facility designated for the expansion of allied healthcare and nursing programs. We are also slated to procure a 10,000 square foot Workforce Trades and Innovation Center this fall, with the intention of expanding CAMP's workforce and career and technical education programs. I am immensely proud of the work we're doing at Camp Community College, and I am proud to work with so many who believe so deeply in the power of our mission. As I bring my remarks to a close, I'd like to express my appreciation for those of you who are in the room today and have been a part of this journey. There are so many people that have played a part in my being here today that I could not even fit them all in this room if I tried. Therefore, if I should inadvertently miss this opportunity to recognize you, as we say in South Carolina, blame it on my head and not my heart. But know that I appreciate you. Dr. Chrisley, I am thankful for your colleagueship and most importantly, for your friendship. You have been a great sounding board, advisor to me, and a friend to my family. Thank you. Dr. Edna Berry-Colavani, I learned so much while working under your leadership. Years ago, while speaking with you about my future as a vice president under your leadership over the next 5 years, you said to me, "Oh, you'll be a president by then." So it is only fitting that just as you introduced the concept to me then, that you introduced me at my inauguration today. Thank you. Dr. Shannon and the College Board, thank you for being strong supporters. You demonstrate commitment to camp and to its students every day. You exemplify our commitment to civil and respectful discourse, collective decision-making, and shared vision. Thank you. Dr. Qualls, as you stated, we met in the early days of my arrival as president, and you showed up as a community member, advisor, friend, and you've been very supportive of the college and its efforts in your role as president of Rotary. Thank you. To my former colleagues from Suffolk Public Schools, Tidewater Community College, and the Virginia Community College System Office, thank you for your continued support. To my fellow presidents, I'm humbled that you would take the time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. I've learned so much from you as colleagues and friends, and I value your continued counsel and friendship. Thank you. To the college faculty, I am ready to do the work ahead. Together with all of you, we will educate students and help them realize their dreams. Thank you for your tireless efforts. It is because of you that lives are changed. You are consummate professionals with unwavering commitment to your craft. As your president, I pledge to collaborate with you and demonstrate my appreciation for you often and with the sincerest gratitude. Thank you. Thank you to our staff. Your dedication and caring support for our students is the life's blood of our existence. You are the locomotive that keeps this college on track. Thank you. To all the elected officials today and those who've sent written expressions of congratulations, I want to thank you and express my recognition of the important work you do as elected officials and legislators. As you know, education is a collaborative effort, and we appreciate your support in educating our current and future workforce and thought leaders. Thank you. To the Camp Community College students who are represented here today by Mr. Elijah Watson, we are here because of you. Whenever I chat with our students, I come away feeling optimistic because they're our future, and I believe we're in good hands. The mission of this college is to prepare you, Camp Community College students, for lives of distinction. Thank you. To the donors and quiet contributors who invest in Camp Community College, your generosity and support of this college, its community, and students is appreciated beyond measure. To the members of the Inauguration Planning Committee, I want to thank you for all the hard work you've put into making today's event a reality. Your diligence and attention to detail is greatly appreciated. Thank you. To my wife, thank you for being my life partner and putting up with me over the years. As many of you can, did I hear, As many of you can imagine, I stand here with all the pomp and circumstances and the regalia. I appear to be in control, but the real boss is sitting over there in that blue dress. Thank you for all you do for me and for our family. You make it possible. I love you. To my daughter, Morgan, you are a brilliant, funny, witty young lady with a very bright future. You are our motivation, and I could not be more proud and thankful to have you as our daughter. We love you. To my father who is here today, thank you for continuing to be there for me as an advisor and guider for life. I will always be thankful for our relationship and your guidance. Thank you. To my mom, who's also here today, I want to thank you for being my first and greatest cheerleader, supporter, and for always seeing something in me that I did not see in myself. I stand here today because of you. Thank you. To the remainder of my family here today and to those who could not be in attendance, I stand on your shoulders and the shoulders of our ancestors who literally worked their fingers to the bones so that I could be here today as the president of this institution and blaze a path for those who will come after me. Family, I am motivated each day by the desire to make you proud. I love you. And finally, it is with immense gratitude and humility that I thank each of you for celebrating this occasion with me today. Thank you.
Dr. McCray, Dr. Dore, Paul DeCamp family, and guests, today is a great day for Camp Community College, and I am honored and humbled to speak on this auspicious occasion. These are some exciting times for Camp Community College and our community as we celebrate our new leader, our 9th president, Dr. Corey L. McCray, who has positioned us to embrace pivotal change, anticipate transformative newness, welcome innovative ideas that will move us expeditiously forward. It is said that the number 9 represents wisdom and compassion, and brings in the energy of endings and beginnings. Our 9th president, Dr. McCray, is poised to continue the legacy of commitment to our students, faculty, staff, and community. Dr. McCray has been leading the college with grit, tenacity, and commitment. Moreover, Dr. McCray is a community leader and builder committed to growing the future of the students through expanding our allied health programs to ensure our students have the advanced technology to compete on the national stage. In addition, he is also working towards enhancing our career and technical programs, as well as workforce initiatives where he is building a richer and brighter future for our students. Dr. McCray believes that our students should have seamless transitions to senior colleges and universities. With intentional energy, Dr. McCray seeks feedback from faculty, staff, students, and the community in all of these initiatives to better provide an authentic shift in opportunities. Thus, he's making a better pathway to success for our students. Not only is Dr. McCray serving to strengthen our program's capacities, but he has also embraced our slogan, Grow Your Future, by cultivating relationships with community leaders to work to get support, skills, and services to further the growth of our students, our community, and our faculty and staff. His pursuit of growth is being done as a selfless leader, always with Camp Community College in the forefront of his mission and purpose to grow our future. A social psychologist, author, researcher, and former lawyer, Dr. Molly Morte stated, "A noble leader answers not to the trumpet calls of self-promotion, but to the hushed whispers of necessity." That is our president, Dr. Corey L. McCray, who is a servant leader, answering the call to further the legacy and mission of Camp Community College. The Camp Community College family joins him on the path to making the college the first choice for higher education in our service region. Dr. McCray is the right person in the right place for the right time, and the time is right now. Our president, Dr. McCray, is providing a strong voice to take us from where we are to where we need to be. Thank you. Congratulations. And now, I welcome back Dr. Antipas Harris, who will deliver the benediction.
What a wonderful day. What a wonderful opportunity to celebrate a wonderful man, wonderful family, wonderful leader for this great institution. Now, as we leave this place, after having come together from different spaces and places, may we go out into the world to build the beloved community, a community that extends the vision of success, workforce readiness, and collaboration in the spirit of the great vision of this place. In the name of the one who has called us to be, may we go forth in unity. Amen.
On behalf of Paul D. Camp Community College and President Corey L. McCray, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a privilege and an honor. And now please rise as you are able for the recessional.
Congratulations, Dr. McCray. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad to have you here with the Camp family. We're here to support you and to help you through your tenure. Bless you.
I just want to say I'm very proud of you. I love you. Congratulations.
Good luck, Dr. McCray.
Congratulations to him on a well-deserved honor to serve. Congratulations.
On behalf of all your little cousins, congratulations, and we're so proud of you.
I would like to say, on behalf of the family and to my nephew, I am very proud of him. I am so proud of him, but I say congratulations, and I love him.
Well, congratulations, and we're looking forward to working with you. You're doing a great job already, and I'm sure that's going to continue. Thank you.
Dr. McCray, better known as Corey, you know how we roll. But I'm very proud of you, and I'm always there to support you. I got your back, and I love you.
Corey's son, you really pulled it off, and I just don't know what to say. You got it. You did it. And I'm hoping and praying for your future, that you can keep going and be as much strong as you are when you started out. I love you. I am so proud of you. I wish that your grandparents could see this. We love you.
Well, Corey, all I can say to you is I've taught you everything you know. Just remember that. If you ever need me, I'm here for you. Wishing you the best, and take care.
So, Rod Hallam on the camp board. Congratulations, Dr. McCray. I look forward to continue working with you in the future. Thank you very much.
I am so proud of Corey McCray. I saw his incredible leadership ability when he worked for me at the VCCS system office. I knew he was going to be a president. I recommended to him to go to the Aspen Institute, where he was a huge success and learned a great deal about presidential leadership. And now here he is, president of Paul D. Camp Community College. I couldn't be more proud of him. Yay, Corey.
Hey Corey, it's Ellen Davenport from the system office. I knew you were amazing the first time I met you, and I'm so happy for you to be president of Paul D. Camp. You'll do a wonderful job for this community. Congratulations again.
Great job, Corey. Look forward to supporting you and all your great work for many years to come.
Congratulations to the new president, Camp Community College, Franklin, Virginia.
We would like to say congratulations, Dr. McCray. We're proud to be under your tutelage.
Dr. McCray, we are so proud of you. This is official now. Let's get to work and help students grow their future.
Hello, Dr. McCray. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to many years of hard work and taking care of our students here in the area. Looking forward to seeing all the great things you'll do in the future also.